Just so you know, this is like my 10th time playing on the keyboard. And when I was in choir, I'm 36 years old now. When I was in choir in high school, my very last year of high school, I got into an argument with my choir teacher so bad, so after 7 years, that she tried to kick me out. She sent me to the principal, and I decided as a vengeance to tell the principal that this class I wanted to switch into is piano. I want to go into keyboard. He didn't look at who the teacher was and put me in keyboard. When I walked into the door, my choir teacher was not very happy after kicking me out of the class because of my big mouth and my tolerance level of psychoness, because she stood all the time because we had gum in our mouth while singing in choir. We oh, I don't even know how to explain her face when I walked into that class that morning to start piano for a year. She was not very happy at me. But you know what? I sucked, and I spent all year doing, I can't remember his name actually. I did a dude's hair all the time. Funnest hair in the world to play with, and I spent many hours playing with his hair rather than playing piano. Learning the letters, learning C, D, E, F, G, A, all the flats, couldn't do it. I learned a faith thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any note. And you can play anything you want. I'm favoritizing the black keys. I feel like it sounds a little Asian and Zen-like. You know, they call these the off keys or the flat keys. But I think they sound beautiful. I love it. When I play the white keys, I feel like I'm in Victorian era. It's not a bad sound. But I feel like these are the off keys. Because listen, doesn't that sound happy? It sounds happy. It sounds happy, right? It sounds like that instrument that the Asian people play that's like a guitar and long and flat and sits on a table. And they do the... I can't do it. I have a short finger. So, guitar was not my thing. Trying to reach up, I have to try to turn my hand this way or to play a left-handed, and I can't do it. So, keyboard is the thing I decided to go back to. I still play the flute, and I have a djembe. I'll record some of that in the daytime. It's nighttime right now, so I don't want to make the neighbors mad. I'm already playing at 1:30 in the morning. It's time to say goodbye. I know, it's sad. No, you can't get mad. I know you like to hear it. Yes, you'll have a chance to hear me tomorrow. Yeah, I kind of sound like Mr. Rogers. Like the trolley speaking like you. Yes, we will see. Tomorrow will be a great day. The coronavirus, will pray to have it go away. Will not be stuck indoors. We'll be able to play in the wilderness. I'm sorry, this is like my 10th time playing piano. It's singing on its own. I want to explain something to everyone. This virus is out there right now because of eating meat. Yes, I am a vegetarian. I just have almost made it a year, actually. I don't care about eating meat anymore. It actually makes me feel sick to my stomach when I smell it now. These viruses come from eating meat. If you don't believe me, look it up. There's scientific proof. We have every bit of us into like a compact sheep field. And I have to say that We are followers and we are sheep. Try not to be the plain black and white sheep. Let's be rainbow. You know, when I saw the rainbow flag originally, I thought of gay people, lesbian people, any kind of different sort of people. And then one day I realized that the rainbow symbolized one love, one heart, one world, and it's time to come together and share a secret bond. To know that the plot thickens and you have to realize that if we are the higher being on this planet, as most people think, why are we not being the responsible people to change the world? Why? Think about it, folks. If I can go from not learning anything about piano at all to praying, and playing 10 days, and just, I mean, come on, 10 days, this is 10 days. It's not good, it's not the best, but praying about this world and asking to play a gift to share with the world. Think about the animals right now. Think about this. We got the virus from animals, from eating animals. Wow. It's intense already. It's a sad song. And it comes out sad. And nothing more. Population control. And the care of other animals. We get viruses from eating meat. Listen to this, guys. We have issues with the planet growing because we build too many cement buildings. And the gardens disappear, buildings appear. And the thing is, without nature, without the earth, without the animals, sounds really gross, but they defecate. But guess what? Defecation creates life on the planet. And guess what? Are you ready for important information? Are you ready for it? Don't argue with me. Stop that. No. most important thing is live and let live. No more killing animals. No more having abundance of babies. Using as little product as you need. The other thing is that I think about quite often is how easily we can save this planet by not being selfish. Mr. Rogers once said, he chose to be a vegan. The reason he chose to be a vegan, which I struggle with every day because cheese is a problem with my mental capability, is that he chose to live a life where he chose to not eat meat because he felt like it was not correct or right or okay to eat something who had a mother. You know, when you think about Mother Earth, people don't really care about things so deeply. And I'm alive. And you're alive. And I asked to play the piano. And it's beautiful to me. And then I realized that life is beautiful. And if you can't respect that, you have some serious issues. Let's get back to reality and realize we need to help everything on this planet, not just only care about human beings. There was something I was saying earlier and I lost train of thought. I don't know if I can remember it. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay dry. Help everyone you can. I have to stop playing for a sec. I have to rest my hands. I wish I could remember what I was trying to say to you. It's time for us to caring. No, let me rephrase that. I can't stop. Okay, let's try that again. It's hard for me to explain what most people will hide under their diapers. How can you not see that things are going on? How can you not care about something that gives you life? There's no lie in that. There's no joke in that. This world only is here for us. That doesn't mean us. That doesn't mean us as humans. That means us as a whole. You know, many different religions, many different beliefs, many different societies, many different little tribes believe in something greater. Do you know what's greater, guys? Our world, our planet, our solar system, and nothing more. We do have thoughts, but do our thoughts actually change the universe? Yeah, they do. If we want to live in a good world, if we want to have peace, if we want creatures to be as peaceful and as happy as we are, if we want to have other people and religions and tribes and countries and beliefs and backgrounds and thoughts about their own body and everything, if we want to have it just be tolerable and okay, all we have to do is say we have one thing in common. I don't even know the terms, so don't hate me for saying this right now. Like LBGQT, I don't even know, and black societies and white supremacists and banditos and tribes and white Americans and Republicans and Democrats and Christians and Judaism, and I don't even know. I'm too unintelligent to think of all the things that are out there at the moment in time right now. Mormon people and African people and Muslim people and radical Muslim people, and I mean, I can go on and on and on. I'm all the way down to the grain of sand, all the way down to a little ant. The thing is when are we going to start caring about each other? Did anybody ever think that maybe these predators that are on this earth are left over from like behind, from a time where we already should have learned these lessons? You know, dinosaurs got put down here, and the funny thing is I was raised religious. I was raised Christian. I thought Christian ways when I grew up. Then I experienced a lot of trauma in my life. I went through a lot of stuff. I also lived out in the middle of nowhere, and I went through a lot of battles. I went through a lot of good, I went through a lot of bad. I also had a lot of hauntings. I had experienced a lot of spirits. I hurt a lot of spirits, and then I also then forgave, apologized, and respected a lot of spirits that I dealt with on the property that I lived on. And it opened my eyes. It opened my eyes. Reading some books, and if you're interested, I can tell you what they're called, that made me have visions that were unlike something that anybody really can explain. I was in Utah. The visions came to me while I was in a tent. I did stay up till about 4 in the morning. I was drinking wine and nothing more. Oh no, I think I was smoking marijuana. But when I fell asleep that night and I went to bed, only 2 hours passed, and I was visited by two, what I consider and call luminous beings, creatures that came and looked at me from the top of our tent, which we had open so we could see the stars. And I lay there with my gun next to me, my little 22 Ruger, and my ex next to me on the other side with his 9mm over there, just in case of, bad creatures or people that come and attack. Loaded, bullet in chamber, just to make sure we were safe. And these creatures came to me and they spoke a different language. They looked down at me as I looked up in the tent, not knowing if my eyes were open or closed. And they said to me, "She is the one." And I said, what the hell's going on right now? In my dream or my awake, I don't know. Still to this day have no clue. And I looked up when I woke up because it scared me so bad. It woke me out of what I thought was asleep. And I looked up and there wasn't nothing there. And they said over and over, yes, she's the one. She's the one. Are you sure she's the one? Yes, she's the one. But they weren't speaking in English. They were speaking in what I kind of assume as tongues. I don't necessarily know the language it was in. I just know that when I heard it, I understood it. And it was about 3:34 in the morning. I was so scared. I think I was 32 when this happened to me. I did have a problem drinking with my ex. And I looked over at him and I shook him. And he wouldn't wake up. And I shook him and I told him, I need you to wake up. I need you to wake up, wake up, wake up. He wouldn't wake up. He was breathing. He was fine. He just wouldn't wake up. So I grabbed his 9mm and I put it next to my 22 Ruger. Boom. And I purposely peed myself that night instead of going outside to go to the bathroom. No joke. I felt more comfortable doing that than I did stepping outside that freaking tent. So I couldn't go back to sleep. I stayed up till about 5:30 in the morning. I had my hands hooked around belt loops of my ex's jeans, absolutely petrified. And then I kept praying to be protected because I wasn't for sure what had happened. I understand it now, and I'm not going to explain it because it's not something that you need to hear. But I was so scared. And then 5:30 hits, and we're in Utah, in the middle of nowhere, at a lovely little place called Dead Horse State Park. Really cheap camping, and it's so beautiful. And a horrific story about the place, and that's probably why I saw the things I saw while I was there. But at 5:30, 5:40 in the morning, it was monsoon season, and we weren't thinking about it. We didn't put a cover over our tent. It started just, torrential downpouring on us, like that fast. And we threw the tent together like that, like horribly, like you kind of just rolled it up in a ball and threw it in the back of the tent because we knew it's gonna be wet. And then I told my ex when we got in the car to drive to the gas station and get breakfast and coffees what had happened to me, and he looked at me like I was crazy. But then we started discussing it, and a lot of started happening. I used to not play the piano. I'm on day 10. And I love it. It's late, so I have to say goodbye. But I will see you again soon. And stay safe. And believe in things that are unbelievable. I asked to play the piano many, many, many nights. I'm gonna get better and better. And the reason being is I believe. Do you believe? Peace, love, happiness. Respect your world. Respect your animals. Don't buy meat from the grocery store anymore. If you're gonna eat meat, hunt meat. Feel the true pain. Feel what you have to feel in order to stalk an animal. Meat and dairy industries are horrible. And I'm not saying I actually approve eating meat at all, but I would rather see the whole world actually work for their food again. Stop consuming so many products. Stop having so many children. Let's save the future for our kids. Let's save the future for our grandkids and our great grandkids and 1,000 years from now. Let us look at life in a way where troubles fade, in a land where no one cries. Okay, I'm being a goofball. Peace, love, happiness, protection, and use sage, people. If you even Google sage kills bacteria, use sage. Prayer, sage. Keep your house clean. Stay inside. Or if you go outside, go in the middle of nowhere and give thanks to what we have every day, because soon it may not be here. Love y'all.